Hello, welcome to Sunshine's Counseling Center. My name is Adrian, and yours?
Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. So just to let you know, this is a judgment-free zone. Anything that you say here today is free, no judgment at all. But if I do hear any signs of harm to you or others, I will have to report that. Also, if I hear any signs of abuse, whether it be a minor or a dependent adult, we will have to report that. But other than that, you're free to say anything here. There's no judgment, and no fear of it getting out.
Okay.
Secret, top secret.
Okay.
Okay. Also, just to make you aware of what's going to be happening today, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. You ask me questions. Feel free to say, like I said, say as you feel. At any time as you feel that this session is getting uncomfortable, just let me know and we can stop and make it comfortable for you again. Okay. So, what brings you here today?
I was referred here from my boss because I'm a police officer and I'm up for a promotion. But my boss feels like I'm a little defiant. So he wants me to kind of talk to somebody, maybe sort some things out and in my feelings and emotions and try to calm myself down so maybe I can accept this promotion.
Gotcha. So, if I hear you correctly, you said you're a police officer and up for promotion. Okay, kudos. Good job. Sounds like you're good at your job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how are the relationship with you and your boss just on a typical day?
We get along pretty okay, but I guess when it comes time for him to tell me to do something outside of work, we're pretty good friends. So I guess that kind of makes me more feel like, why are you telling me what to do?
Gotcha. So you guys hang out outside of work sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay. So tell me about just a typical day at work. You just said just you not with the boss, just your average day. You said you're a police officer. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I work on the street, so most of the time I leave home, I get coffee, go in, have roll call, get my assignments, and most of the time it's a pretty okay day.
Gotcha. And you said most of the time. Explain to me when it's not a pretty okay day. What those days? What do you experience out of those days?
Sometimes work gets a little hectic, so I could be a little angry, sometimes irritable.
Yeah.
And pushy.
Do you feel the anger, or have you been told that from your peers, or?
I've been told a lot.
Okay. What could you tell me? What causes the anger? Could you tell me? Do you see maybe a trigger or something that causes the anger at work?
Most of the time when people are trying to tell me to do something, like I guess trying to tell me what to do,
Okay.
I feel like I've been here for X amount of time. I know what to do. Why are you telling me what to do?
Gotcha. Okay. I guess I can understand that you're pretty good at your job. You're up for promotion, so
Right? I feel like it.
Yeah. Okay, I can understand that. So, tell me about your father. What does he do for a living? Is he a police officer as well?
Not per se a police officer. He's an EMT.
Okay. Gotcha. Are you guys pretty close?
Yeah, we grew. I grew up pretty close to him because he taught me a lot of what I know today as an adult. So he pretty much raised me.
Yeah. So do you guys talk every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. So tell me, who else is close to you in your life besides your dad?
Well, my mother, we were not too close. She died when I was 11. So, but my two brothers and my father, we pretty tight.
Gotcha. So just your two brothers, no girl siblings. It's just you and your two brothers
Just me
growing
and my
up.
two brothers.
Okay.
I was the only girl.
Gotcha. So tell me, did you guys have like family vacations or things like that? Like,
We took fishing trips.
Oh, okay.
Me and my father and my brothers, we always took fishing trips, or he taught us how to shoot shotguns, taught us how to hunt,
Gotcha.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my mother was never really involved in those things.
Oh, okay, okay. So you said your mother died when you were 11.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. May I ask what caused?
She was depressed. She died of depression.
Okay, okay. So even before then, she really wasn't too active in your life.
She, for the most part of my life now, looking as an adult, looking back on my child years, for most of my life that she was there, she was depressed.
Gotcha, gotcha. And do you know, like you said, as a reflecting in your subjective view, do you know maybe some things that may have caused that depression?
No, I never really figured that out because I was pretty young when she died, and it took me till now to figure out that she had been depressed all that time. So I really don't know because she could have been depressed before I was born.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So I'm sorry, just 1 second. Back to like the camping and fishing trips. Is that something that you enjoyed doing with your family?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. My dad has always did those things with us, so it's something that I've always enjoyed.
Okay, okay. So did you ever do things that like makeup parties or tea parties or
No, I never really been into makeup,
okay,
and no, I never really interacted with other girls. It was always they girls didn't like to do what I did with my brothers and my father,
Gotcha.
so that's the stuff I was interested in.
gotcha.
So I never had like girlfriends. Even my best friend is a male.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you guys pretty close?
Really close.
Okay, gotcha. So, um, you said you're married. Okay, so how's your relationship with your husband?
It's kind of rocky right now. I don't know. Well, I do know that it's partly from my behavior lately
Gotcha.
because he's told me so. So we haven't really talked about separation or anything like that, but it's real tense at home.
Gotcha. And what causes it? Does sometimes you notice does work come over to home? Do you notice that maybe that's why you're feeling tense, or what causes you feel?
Most of the time, work does come over into home because, like I said, I'm a police officer, so I see and do a lot of stuff every day that a normal person or a civilian don't see on a daily basis. So yeah, work probably does come home with me, and that could have something to do with it.
I can understand that. I can understand that. Well, I commend you for being open and telling me these things about yourself. That takes a lot of character and a lot of courage. So I really do commend you for these things. But if you don't mind, just a few more questions. So you said you said you had a son?
Yeah, I have a son.
Okay.
We have a son together.
Okay, okay. How old is he?
He's 12.
Oh, okay, okay. And how long have you and your husband been married?
10 years.
Oh, okay, okay. So how's the relationship between your husband and son? Are they pretty close?
They're pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
They're about as tight as me and my father were.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
he's the only child, so it's really we're such a small family. Like I said, it's just my father and my brothers. So he's really the only other person that he has to be close with because he sees them every day.
Gotcha, gotcha. So if you don't mind, tell me how is discipline with him? If he comes in with all F's on his report card, just to say, what would be your disciplinary? What would you know? What
I
would
would
be?
probably be very angry with him.
Okay,
Yeah, I probably would be very angry with him, and we would be having a long talk
gotcha,
about that.
gotcha. And you said angry. Tell me, what do you mean by angry? Explain to me what is your angry?
Probably more disappointment because I know he can do better because he's been raised as such. So bringing in a report card of all F's to me would be a sign, in our household would be a sign of laziness.
Gotcha. And how do you feel about laziness?
It's not tolerated. It's not tolerated at all. In my family as a child or in my adult family members, it's not tolerated.
Not tolerated. So is laziness so per se a pet peeve?
I guess I could say that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, that's good that you can point that out. You know, that takes a lot of character as well to be able to point out pet peeves, because one thing about pointing out pet peeves that we can avoid them. Or we can make light of them. We know that it's a pet peeve, but we can make light of them. And then that can help us not get so angry.
Okay.
So that's just something that we can take note of.
Mhm.
So you guys, as you as a kid, you went on camping trips and fishing trips and things like that. Is that something that you share with your son as well?
I have been on a few trips, but the type of work I do prohibits me from partaking in every family trip. We've been rock climbing and we've also been fishing together. We've
Yeah.
been whitewater rafting, things like that. But him and his father normally take the I guess bonding trips between father and son.
Okay.
So they do a lot of that, but I work a lot. So most of the trips that I attend are specially planned.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. So, say for instance, I see that you're into all the adventurous things, but say for instance that your son is not adventurous. What if he wants to partake in ballet? Would that be something that you would approve of?
I would not approve of it, but I probably would be open to supporting
Okay,
it anyway. But no, it wouldn't. That's not nothing I would pick for him.
gotcha. Okay, so if it's just you and your son on a typical day off, tell me some of the activities that you guys do.
Um, well, like I said, most of the time work comes home. So even on an off day, I may be reviewing a case file or something for the most part of the day. We always have dinner together.
Oh, that's
Most of
great.
us. So all of us always have dinner together no matter what. But my days off are normally still work days, just at home.
Gotcha. Okay. So what I'm understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, your days off are spent working. So when do you take time for just you?
I never took time for just me, For no,
Gotcha.
working is yeah.
If you mind me asking, why did you pick police? Why did you pick what you do? Is it a reason, or was it just something that you felt that your call and your duty?
I feel like it was something that I was supposed to do. Because like I said, my father is an EMT. So I grew up with him always going out on calls and stuff. And it was interesting to figure out the type of stuff that he was seeing and doing every day.
Mhm.
So I felt like I wanted to do that too.
Gotcha.
But I didn't want to be the one to pick up the bloody bodies or the sick people or nothing like that. So I picked police work.
Gotcha. So you enjoy it
Yeah, for the most
for the
part.
most part, yeah. Okay. Well, so what type of work does your husband do? Is he able to stay at home with your son? I see since he's able to take the trips and things with him.
He got a normal 9 to 5. He's a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
So he's off on the weekend, so they can pick any weekend they want and do whatever they want.
Nice.
My job, on the other hand, is 7 days a week, so I may have an off day, and like I said, when I'm on that off day, I'm still working at home. So, yeah,
Gotcha.
that's how they're able to take all the trips and spend the quality time together.
Yeah. So how do you feel about your husband's job? Is that something that your ideal job for you?
No, it's not my ideal job for my husband, but that's what he chose, and that's what he likes to do, so I support that because I love him, but no, that's nothing I would pick for him.
Gotcha. So when just to recall on something that we had spoke about earlier, you said that the relationship is in shambles.
Yeah, I feel pretty tense at home when I am at home, because like I said many times before, work comes home, so he doesn't like that because his work doesn't come home. He's a kindergarten teacher, he's off on the weekends, and it's just point blank. He doesn't do anything on the weekends but try to spend time with his family, which most of the time is just our son.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, your boss sent you here because of defiancy at work. Tell me, how many times have you been sent to him for disciplinary actions due to insubordination?
A few times for getting snappy with some of the other officers. Even the secretary, I've been snappy with her before. I've been snappy with citizens. So
Okay.
yeah, a few times.
When snappy, Explain that to me. Explain that to me. What do you mean? Is it you kind of fussing at them about doing their job or not doing their job? What makes you?
Most of the time, it's after somebody tries to tell me what to do, for lack of better words. It could be, like I said, a fellow officer. It could be them just giving a suggestion on a certain thing, and if I feel like it doesn't coincide with my suggestion, then it's not right.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm hearing, you feel that your suggestion is the only right suggestion. You don't consider others' suggestions.
I consider other people's suggestions, but I feel like, I take critical thinking into play when I'm thinking about doing something. So I think very critically about what I want to say or do before I say or do it.
Mhm.
So I feel like, not so much as in I don't consider other people's suggestions, I want to be listened to others.
Okay. And that's understandable. Everyone wants to be listened to. Everyone should be listened to. You are entitled to your own opinion. But do you notice that you get stuff done better different ways that you approach it?
I could think of a couple of times, yeah.
Okay. So in approaching it in different ways, tell me about a time that you took an approach that later you thought about you probably should have taken another one.
An example of that. Well, sometimes some of us are put on traffic duty where we have to write tickets and stuff. I particularly don't like writing traffic tickets. That pretty much angers me when I'm stuck with that duty. So the whole entire day I'm probably been snappy with a couple of people before, and I always approach it with a negative attitude. So the entire day is negative from the time I get to work and get that assignment to the time I clock out of work, and even until I go home, I'm just upset about the day. I have approached it in a positive attitude once or twice, and it has been kind of a better day, especially at home.
Oh, right.
So, yeah.
Great. So it sounds to me that you are noticing some of the behaviors.
Mhm.
So your husband is great. He sounds like he's made you aware of the behaviors and you're noticing them, but it's still something there. It's still something that seems that you're not happy with, something that angers you. And it just keeps leading me back to your job.
Mhm.
So, you said when you get traffic duty, you get upset.
Mhm.
Do you feel traffic duty is not a necessity to your job as a police officer?
I kind of feel like it's an underdog job. Because it's like I said, just writing parking tickets. I'm not really doing anything. Because I get upset when I get a parking ticket. So it's kind of like the underdog job to me.
Yeah. But if you break the law, don't you feel that you should be punished?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what police officers do, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I do understand that one thing that we should do and try to get out of this session is a few goals. Just because I feel that goal setting will help you become more aware of your behaviors.
Mhm.
I see now that you are pretty aware of your behaviors, and that's great. But goal setting is something that we should always take in play. So we're gonna see each other. Checking my calendar. 2 weeks.
That's fine.
Okay. And within those 2 weeks, I want you to try a few things.
Okay.
Those times that you get angry, first of all, breathe. That always can kind of decrease your heart rate, and that can help in a lot of ways. Also, you've spoken about it being difficult taking orders from superiors. I want you to try to just take one order a day without giving back lip or without criticism or without judgment. Take it and use it towards better improvement.
Okay.
So I think that those two things you would benefit from. Also, try to work more with your husband in the arguing. If you feel that your behaviors are coming in from work, then maybe take a stop at the Starbucks. Check, collect yourself before going home. That way your husband and son is not suffering from some of the behaviors that work is causing.
Okay.
Sounds like that the promotion may better things, the better position, get you off the street, so that way, maybe the job will be a lot lighter. So I hope that that will help. Do you have any more questions for me?
No, that's the next session.
Okay. Well, I hope to see you then.
All right,
Thank you.